Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media, and we're going to start with the WWE folder. We will move on to Raw. Clearly the biggest talking point today is Zoey, and we wish her a very speedy recovery. I've done a separate video on that and there's been no update since, so I don't really have any information. I'd imagine she's gone for scans and waiting for results and might not get those results till tomorrow and things along those lines. I mean, it really looked bad. If she competes again in 2025, I will be stunned. So we've just got to hope it's not as bad as it seems. So that's the big story. We'll touch on it, but not too much. We've already done a separate video on that. We're going to focus here, look, on the fact that LFG returns for Season 2 next month. I haven't even seen Season 1 yet. Season 2 next month already, ready to go again. So Larry, thank you. Bit of a downer, this one, coming from post-wrestling. WWE shattered records by grossing over 13 million across just 6 events during their European tour. And I think when you look at this and maybe compare it to the domestic audience, the US audience, I wonder if this was, from a business point of view, the right move for WWE to do that European tour and to go to places where they don't normally go. And, you know, I think going to Europe at that time was not very good for the product, but maybe was quite good for the bottom line. And unfortunately, it does also suggest those ticket prices aren't going to come down anytime soon because they've just broken records. $13 million from just 6 events is pretty crazy. It's pretty good, to be honest. So, you know, from a business point of view, that European tour has worked. I would say from a creative point of view, from a quality of the show's point of view, I would say it definitely did not. So it's double-edged though, isn't it? We all want to see WWE doing well, but equally, I think we can all agree that European tour got in the way. And I think we can all agree that we want those ticket prices coming down. So double-edged sword. Johnny, shout out to you. So we got a little video here that was doing the rounds. Not surprising news. Adam Pearce getting Roxanne Perez to sign her main roster contract. She is now officially a Raw superstar, which, to be honest, I already thought she was earlier this year because she was in the Rumble. She was in a qualifying match for Elimination Chamber. She was in Elimination Chamber. I know she didn't compete at WrestleMania. That was a surprise. I thought she was going to do a match with Bayley. It kind of felt like that was the direction we were going in. And then, of course, since then, we've seen her really since WrestleMania. She's now qualified for Money in the Bank as well. So not the most shocking news in the world, but that was really doing the rounds just before Raw. So, Johnny, thank you. And this coming from Corey of Fightful. He said that Fightful selectors learned that following WWE's UK tryouts, WWE are looking to sign Zoey, who I'm not aware of. I don't know who this person is. I've also heard that Rio is someone that's on their radar. She is a female talent from the UK, and I believe she's like, or was, the current Progress Women's Champion. So she's also someone that's turned heads. So yeah, very interesting. So Corey, excellent work as always. This could be someone that we need to be aware of as we move forward. Okay, that was WWE. Not loads of stuff. There was quite a bit in that yesterday, though. Let's have a look at Raw. And here, 915 said, fam, she posted, reposted. So Liv Morgan has retweeted Dominic's tweet of him after he was gifted the nuggies. She's obviously going to be watching this show. She's obviously going to be aware that Roxanne has now been brought into the group by Finn. He did make it clear she's not like a full-blown member, but she's just there to assist. She's aligning with the Judgment Day. So, yeah, no shocks that Liv was watching and actually retweeted this Dominic tweet of it's a great picture, him looking right at the camera after getting the nuggies and then looking down lovingly at them. So there we go. Right, football 240851223. So CM Punk said, Greenville, you have a lovely singing voice. Tremendous crowd tonight. Love you. See you soon. And it was a good crowd tonight. Very vocal. They were singing Cult of Personality and chanting away. And honestly, one of the best US crowds we've had in quite a while. So yeah, very good. Adam, shout out to you. WWE did the right thing getting Sane's theme song of her Pirate Princess version updated. So yeah, Kairi Sane came back, and she came back with that kind of pirate theme, and we haven't seen that from her in a long time. So different kind of entrance for her. Now, normally when we saw her, she was coming out with Damage Control. She was coming out with the Kabuki Warriors. So it's been a long time since we've seen a solo Kairi entrance. So it's hard to know, honestly, what her theme was. I think she was just coming out to the Damage Control theme, but this was much more back to the Pirate Princess of old, and definitely here for that. So welcome back, Kairi Sane, who returned on this week's Raw. Whether it's you, Logan, or Gunther, you're all short-term. The long-term plan is for the World Heavyweight Championship, is Seth freaking Rollins. So, yeah, good little conversation between these guys, and making it very clear that the long-term plan is not Bron Breakker. The long-term plan is Seth. So I did say during the watch-along, what does that do for the odds of who wins Money in the Bank? Because the odds-on favourite right now is Bron Breakker, but he is not the person that group is looking to put the belt on. They're looking to put the belt on Seth. So Bron winning Money in the Bank, I don't know. I mean, I suppose it helps. It means that Seth doesn't need to worry about that. And I think it's a bit too soon to split this group up. So I don't think Bron's going to betray Seth anytime soon. There was the theory during our watch-along that maybe Bron wins and then hands it to Seth. And then Seth has got Money in the Bank, but I don't know how that works from a legality point of view. I don't know that you can just gift the Money in the Bank briefcase over to someone else. Like, I'm not sure if that would be allowed. So, interesting. Lots to digest with that. In the background, Grayson was talking with the New Day. Don't know that it means anything. Last week, New Day were talking to Karrion. I don't think that meant anything. So I did wonder, actually, if the New Day were going to help Grayson, because this was just before his match with Sheamus, but they didn't. So it didn't really mean anything, but something to be aware of. Natalya might not be natty right now, but I love that she's not wearing pink and black. It's a great first step in the next stage of her career. It is true. I was very disappointed to see her coming down being Natalya, you know, or below lovely smiley with the crowds. You know, we've seen a badass outside of WWE, and then you tune into WWE and it's right back to how she's been for so long now. But this was slightly different gear, this kind of denim gear. So a slight change in her look, nothing drastic, but, you know, is it the first step of kind of an evolution? I hope so. She desperately needs a character change. But to be honest with you, I think at this stage, she just very much is an afterthought for WWE, which is a real shame because I really like Natalya and I would love for them to do more with her. But, you know, when you've got Becky and you've got Lyra and you've got Liv and you've got Tiffany and you've got Bianca and you've got Rhea Ripley and you've got Bayley coming back and you've got Charlotte, and it's like, how does Natalya fit into that? Perhaps she's going to have to do what Karrion's having to do, and that is just become undeniable and get out of what's left of her career. So, yeah, I would love to see a change for Natalya. I'm right behind that. Roxanne wins and is going to Money in the Bank. Austin Theory chants, and I did love his facial expression, right? It was like, what? Oh, you need to focus on what's happening in the ring. It was kind of surprised about the fact they were chanting his name. So that's a good sign. First look at Tyrese in 2K25. Obviously, we had a little segment on the show, really just to promote the fact that he's now in the game. So there we go. And Rhea Ripley obviously progressing as well. That match, though, was more about Zoe's injury. And, oh, God, look at her. In so much pain. I mean, literally a second after this, the guy had to just pick her up. She was, like, screaming in pain. She was done. Absolutely done. Terrible. There's Roxanne being introduced, of course, to the... Raquel was not having it, mate. Not having it. People were wondering if Dom might move on now, because he is that way. He is dirty. Is he going to move on to Roxanne? I would love that for them, actually. I would love that for them. Yeah, why was his teeth bleeding? What's that about? Does that happen if you, like, do crypto scams or something? Do your gums bleed? I have no idea what that was about. I didn't see anyone, like, hit him or anything, so, don't know. What is blood thinking he's going to do? Put him up. Put him up. Oh, my God. So good. So good. He was ready, mate. He was ready. No backing down. Taking no prisoners. This was after the show. Enjoying myself. So there we go. He's made his way to a Waffle House. And he's going to have them chunked and splunked and chopped and diced and stacked and all that stuff. I've never been to a Waffle House, but I believe that's the kind of stuff they do. They splunk them, don't they? So, very good. And Rhea Ripley said, professional wrestling can be very real and dangerous. Tonight continued to prove that anything can happen. I'm wishing Zoey Stark a speedy recovery. Kyrie said, I truly hope we get to face each other again when you're ready. Wishing you a smooth recovery. # respect, Zoey Stark. So that was nice. These two, one in the other video, they tweeted after, and it's just nice to hear from the other girls in that match. But as we said, nothing from Zoey herself, unfortunately. Okay, let's go other, shall we? See what we've got in other. I actually don't know. Oh, the Andre thing's in there. So WWE Vault has uploaded a 24-minute video of Andre that's been taken over the years, just of like loads of footage. They're calling it awesome. Andre the Giant found footage. So I've not seen this yet, but I really want to watch it. I started watching it and it was like Andre in clothes, not in the ring or anything, backstage, kind of looked like he was traveling or something. So I don't know what's in there, but I can't wait to watch that. Yeah, Armando, Hayden, thank you. Armando, what's this? So Keanu Carver, who seems to just be pretty wild online, he said, heard he got a problem with me, but he ain't said nothing to me. He's scared of me. Y'all figure out what y'all think. Regardless, I stand on business. If you've got a problem with me, get up with me. That is him calling out Jacob Fatu. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Why? What's going on? I mean, we're not building to a match. So this sort of feels a bit like real life heat. Or actually, it feels like maybe a Evolve talent trying to create a bit of buzz. Which, I don't know. Do you remember when Riddle tried to do that with Brock? Said that he wanted to be the one to retire Brock. I mean, that really backfired. This is just not the right path, in my mind. Maybe Keanu Carver's going to prove me wrong, but yeah, pretty wild. Oh my God, this is just, oh my God. So, have I got the thing in here as well? Perhaps I've put that in a different folder. So let's have a look at this, because there is a video as well, which is in here somewhere. I had the honor of doing something that is so close to my heart. This is Jason Baker, the guy that did the Fiend mask for Bray and all of the Wyatt 6 masks. I am still fighting back tears writing this. I got a call from Jojo wanting to fulfill Nash's birthday wish, which was to dress up like his dad, Wyndham, for his birthday party. Needless to say, Sandy and I dropped everything to make this happen for such an incredible little man. We love you, Nash, and we hope you had the best birthday ever. The mask was from Bray's original molds. The costume by Sandy based on the original Fiend gear created by Kyla Custom Rockwear. The only thing left to do is let him in. Isn't this just amazing? So this is Bray's son celebrating his birthday, and he wanted to dress up as his dad, and he wanted to dress up as the Fiend. And I've not really thought about this, actually. I've not really thought about the fact that Bray's kids will likely want to follow in his footsteps. But can you imagine Nash when he gets older, if he wants to be a wrestler? I mean, you know, already he wants to dress up as his dad and follow in his dad's footsteps, but could be a hell of a career ahead for Nash. Hell of a career. He'll have so much support. There's a video of Nash coming out as well. He looks fantastic. There's Joe. You can see Jojo. I think, is that Bo as well, by the looks of it? Yes, it's Bo. This picture was doing the rounds. I saw this picture earlier. Great, that. Absolutely wonderful. Heartbreaking, but I don't know. It kind of fills your heart as well, doesn't it? You know? I mean, I just hope he had the best birthday. So, Wrestling's Biggest Fan, thank you. I really thought I'd put the video in this folder. We'll have to try and hunt that down. It's in here somewhere, and if not, we will find it. Right, Shawn Michaels says about his Mount Rushmore. He said, I don't know. To me, I've always felt like I don't know. There's your personal favourites. I've got a few. Mine date back usually to the mid-80s or late 70s. I always put Terry Funk in there. And I usually put Harley Race. Ric Flair, and then that fourth one is a little tough for me. It goes to Tully Blanchard, because that's who I grew up with. Or Wahoo McDaniel. So I really love that, because those are names that Ric Flair is a name that you hear, but don't really hear Terry Funk or Harley Race. Certainly not Tully Blanchard getting their flowers for like being in a Mount Rushmore. So I thought that was really, really good. Really good from Shawn. So love that. The other thing I love as well is this. So they have the Karrion Kross shirt at the merch stand now. So there we go. Karrion Kross shirt at the merch stand. Very good news. You are all being heard, said Karrion. And there was a lot of frustration that he was not on the show this week. And actually, that leads us nicely into this. Look, Voices of Wrestling have done a video saying the bizarre story of inexplicable Karrion Kross propaganda flooding Twitter. They're saying that they can't quite understand why there's so much pro-Karrion stuff around right now. I mean, I think his promo and the fact that he had that feud with the Wyatt Six and he was so good in his promos. But that promo he did on Raw Recap as well. You know, these are the reasons as to why I think he's gained fans and people want better for him. I don't think it's inexplicable. Shawn responded. He said, I can't speak to anyone else, but I will say this publicly. Nobody from WWE has ever told myself or anyone at Fightful to tweet, report, or post anything about Kross. You're seeing run-of-the-mill content aggregation from people who aren't watching main event. It's highly unlikely it's anything beyond that in this case. So Shawn's basically saying, I have not been told to put anything out about Karrion. So don't think anything that I'm posting is because I'm being told to do it. So, yeah, I just thought I'd include that because some people might be thinking that that's what's happening. That WWE are telling the dirt sheets to, like, post about Karrion. We're trying to build him up as an underdog, but they're saying no. Never been told to do that. So, there we go. That was other. Let's have a look at fun. This guy said, I don't care what no one says, but this look on Kofi will never make sense. Hashtag, this looks stupid, right? And Kofi's got this guy's profile picture. He said, is this you? Sitting in your computer chair, wearing a hoodie, holding a lightsaber, looking like a broke-ass Palpatine. Talking about what looks stupid. Mate, he cooked him. He absolutely cooked him. Oh, mate, this is why you've got to be careful. And I will never understand why people will go off on wrestlers and tag them in it. I will never understand that. I will never understand why someone's like, oh, I really don't like this wrestler. They're no good. They shouldn't be on TV. And then they tag them in that. Like, you really need the wrestler to see that, do you? And listen, if they do, don't be surprised if they clap back. Alan Cheapshots said, Asuka kicked Lana so hard, her hair ran away. I do not understand this. I do not understand this. Make this make sense, right? Look at her hair. Look at Lana's hair. How does that do that? I mean, is it just a bit of an illusion? Like, how she kind of kicks her and then the hair seems to go in a different direction. Let's see if we can. I don't think I can slow it down. Mrs. Kick. So she kicks there, yeah? So surely the hair, if it's going to come off, is going to fly in that direction. Because she's kicked there. But the hair kind of goes back there. I don't really understand. Is it because she gets kicked? And as a result, she gets kicked and she like maybe flicks her hair. I don't know. I can't work out the physics of it. It's as if her hair is on a bit of string and someone's gone like this. It's really weird. How does it go in that direction? It is just like someone's got... It's weird. It's really weird. I'll never understand it. Here's that video. I knew it was around somewhere. So here it is then. So this is from Alexi Offerman. So she said, we celebrated a combined party for Nash and Hyrie this weekend. It was a wrestling theme. Nash insisted on Fiend gear. So thank you, Jason Baker and Sandy Mimpson, for coming through and making Nash happy with his own Fiend gear. He loved it. So, yeah, check this out. So if we click on it, there's the gear that was made and sent over. Obviously, all based on the proper stuff as well. Proper Fiend mask and everything. There is, I think that's JoJo, isn't it? And I'm guessing that must be Nash, I'm thinking. And there he is in his costume with Bo. And check out this. This is so good.
Secret, because usually no one knows where he's from. But today we have a little secret to tell you guys. He's from right here in Brooksville, Florida. Give it up for the main event, the Fiend! Oh. Secret.
She proper did a proper intro there, didn't she, for him and everything? Of course she did. Nova said, I'm not crying, you're crying. It's lovely, that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. No doubt Bray is smiling down at that. A little bit of a fan shout out to you. EO said, do it. Actually, let's click here so we can get the video a bit bigger. Show us your best, EO. Right? And she's like, do it. Right? Ah! And then they got a load of fans to do it. Everyone's doing it slightly differently. Even the banana was going crazy. Ah! So, yeah. And then we'll obviously see EO's. I think there's a little bit of both. A little bit of hand movement, a little bit of head movement. But I don't think it's anything quite as dramatic as some of these people that are like shaking their heads around and everything. She does a little walk-off now, which I really love. I don't know why I love that, but I do love it. So, there we go. The EO emote. Very good. Very fun. Oh, yeah. John Cena signed that if Cena wins, we riot sign. The OG and only Mark C. Shout out to you. It's cool, isn't it? Such an iconic sign. One of the most iconic. Maybe the most iconic fan signs of all time. Maybe the most iconic. Very special. And now Cena has actually signed it. That was the emote. Fly Music, shout out to you. Bailey said, hey, Michael Cole. And I didn't really understand why, but he speaks at the end.
I hope you get your ass kicked.
I didn't know he was there. I was watching this and I was like, why is she saying, hi, Michael Cole? Didn't make any sense. And then he speaks at the end, so he must have been there watching. I think Bailey was like, Cole, help me, Cole. And the OG and only Mark C said long-term storytelling. So Hornswoggle got some long overdue revenge on JBL for WWE WrestleMania 24 with Hornswoggle's son recreating. That's Hornswoggle's kids. That's his son. The famous trash can throw. Bang! That's Hornswoggle's son. What? No way. No way. That's crazy, isn't it? So there we go. Right, let's go over to community. So Junk Wax Obsessed. Shout out to you, my friend, getting the new John Cena farewell pop. Fly Music, thank you, bud. Appreciate it. Pren User Sports getting a follow from Karrion. Very good. Wrestling's biggest fan. Thank you, my friend. Fly Music as well, getting a repost from R-Truth. Very good. Bab said the Ultimate Edition Drew McIntyre. Here we go. Look at this. Ultimate Edition Drew. Looks good, that. Looks really good. So this figure is the only one that I wanted from this series, says Babs. Looks great. And also 117 Axiom. Look at that. Very good. Very good. So, very good. Let me unwhoosh this. Brady, thank you. Because there was a reply on this from LNG from Charlotte with a fire emoji. So I think Charlotte was, I don't know that she's appreciating this union because Charlotte has said that we don't need this union or she doesn't need Alexa. But I think she's appreciating the quality of the art. So there we go. LLNG, congrats. Getting a reply from Charlotte Flair. Right, let's do the thanks and let's get out of here because I'm stunned that my voice has held, to be honest. Jason, Huddle Talk, CM Chunk, Ajax, Real Wrestling Fan, Sweet Chin Wrestling, Bradley, Cenobite, Babs the Barbarian, Big Bam, Prain User Sports, Fly Music, Jang Tae Sang, Claire Webb, MLW Flash, It's Kaz81, Robin, Armando, Metal Mama, and Raymond. Shout out to you guys. Massively appreciate the support as always. And hopefully see you again later for NXT and another episode of Unseen. Bye for now.